So the topic for which I'm going to give a presentation is today that why smart people fail to make an impact and how to fix it. So you must have had this problem that you know all the answers but somehow you are not able to give a reply on the spot. So I want to really ask you a very simple question. How many of you have ever had a very good idea but you couldn't express it properly? Maybe in a meeting, maybe in a classroom, or maybe during an interview. You knew the answer. It's not that you did not know the answer, but either the words did not come out right or the confidence wasn't there. So it could be either ways. But if that has happened to you, then today's session is for you. Because success today is not determined only by what you know. It is determined by how effectively you communicate what you know. That is very important. Let's do a quick activity to understand this. Imagine your manager asks, "Can you present this idea to the client?" Now, how would you respond? Think. Most people would say, "I will try." That's a very, very common thing to say, right? But successful professionals say, "I would be happy to present it." Can you hear the difference? The choice of words. The first sounds uncertain, the second sounds confident. Same meaning, different impact. See, this is where advanced English begins. So, advanced English is not about difficult vocabulary. It is about choosing words that create confidence. So, today we are going to talk about advanced English in the first section. Let's upgrade a very few common expressions. Instead of saying what you say, "I think," right? That's very common. Try saying something like, "I believe." So, or maybe you can say something like, "in my opinion." Now, why do you think this is going to create an impact? Instead of saying, "this is very important," say something like, "this is critical." So, that will create an impact. Or, "this is essential." Instead of saying, sometimes, many people say, "maybe we can do this," very common. Try changing this. Try saying, "one possible approach would be." Immediately, your communication becomes professional. Very simple words and very powerful. Let's practice. Imagine your project is delayed, right? Instead of saying, "sorry, work is not finished," what would you say? Maybe the project is currently in progress and will be completed by Friday. Which sounds more professional? You only think and you only answer this. Exactly, the second one. Because professional communication focuses on solutions and not problems. Simple. Now let us talk about the real problem. Now let me tell you something interesting. Most people believe they have an English problem, and whenever I speak to learners, but in reality, they have a confidence problem. Think about it. You can write English, you can understand English, but when it's time to speak in front of others, your confidence totally disappears. Why? Have you ever thought about it? Because communication has three components. The first is words, the second is voice, and the third is personality. Words, voice, and personality. And most people focus on words, right? Now let us talk about the personality. That is what we're going to talk about. Let me introduce a simple framework to you. The 3 C's of executive presence. So first is the confidence, the second is clarity, and the third is connection. First, confidence. Why? Confidence does not come from speaking fast. Confidence comes from speaking with certainty. For example, if I were to explain this to you, maybe people say, actually, basically, these pillars weaken your message. Try replacing them with silence. Why? A 2-second pause looks more confident than 10 pillars. Now, the second is clarity. Before speaking, organize your thoughts. It's very important. Use this simple structure: point, reason, and an example. This framework is very effective. Suppose someone asks, why should we improve communication skills? Right? So we give a point. Communication helps us grow professionally. That's a point. Now let us give a reason. People trust those who communicate clearly. And an example would be, in interviews and meetings, communication often matters more than technical knowledge. See? Very simple and very powerful. Structured, simple, and yet very, very effective. Now let us talk about, let's do some interactive activity and let's do a quick exercise to, make it a little fun. Imagine you're introducing yourself in an interview. Now what most people say, my name is Rahul, I am from Delhi. That's information. Anybody can make that out from your CV, but it doesn't create impact. Instead, try using this: your name, your role, and the strength, and then the goal. For example, if I were to tell you, good morning, my name is Shiffy Srivastava, I work as a sales executive, my strength is building strong client relationships, and my goal is to move into leadership roles in the next few years. Now notice how much stronger that sounds. So try to apply that. Now let us understand that today we've talked about a lot of things, and as we conclude, I want you to remember one powerful thing. Your career growth is not decided only by your knowledge. It is decided by your ability to express that knowledge. Fluent people are not successful because they speak English. No, that's not the case. They are successful because they communicate ideas clearly, confidently, and convincingly. So from today, focus on 3 things. Upgrade your language, that's very important. Structure your thoughts, and then develop your presence. Because when confidence meets communication, opportunities follow. Thank you everyone. I really appreciate. It was wonderful interacting with all of you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.